On this edition of Igniting the Fire, a former All-Pro at the position himself, Titans head coach Mike Vrabel is hands-on with the team's linebackers.
Lean, lean, throw your hands. Lean, lean. Good. You don't have to do anything. I just want you to feel that position.
Veteran linebackers mentor the rookies to get them up to speed.
Sub, Landry.
And the Titans make a big change, separating the inside and outside linebackers into two separate groups and giving them experienced teachers.
There is definitely an advantage of having the linebackers separated. There's such a difference between the inside backers and the outside backers and what they do.
Two totally different positions in my mind. The inside has a totally different skill set, job responsibility than the outside guys.
When I'm in the classroom with the linebackers or with the defense, I feel like I'm coaching coaches. It's their profession. They are studying it. They don't have a 20-hour rule like they do in college. You know, they aren't working about academics and all this other stuff. This is their job. It's what they're getting paid for.
I definitely have to put in a lot of work outside the mandatory hours that we have here. Watching film definitely and going over the playbook, like I said, learning the defense is a big part of what I'm doing right now. Like, people don't understand the amount of work it takes to be successful in this league on a consistent basis. So it definitely takes a lot of work, a lot of dedication.
Be tight with our hands, our hips will come. Don't get wide. Don't do this, right? Everything's tight in our framework.
It's just building that confidence, especially with the guys, ILB young guys, just trying to keep their confidence. Right now we're playing football. It's the same game we've always played. Now we're playing at a higher level. We have to have a little bit more focus.
They're battling. I think they're learning. We throw a lot at them early on, so I think they're picking it up and they're trying to battle through. Better, much better.
No matter if it's a vet, you don't know what they don't know. And the only way you find out what they don't know is by starting from the ground up and working. So, this time of year is great because we get to start from the basics with everyone and then work up.
As soon as he feels like you're threatening in space, he's going to shoot him. And that's where I get this.
This is the part where we're going through more of the team periods and implementing the scheme. So each day is a building block, and we just got to keep stacking them up.
If he's flexed out enough, you can get inside of it. If he's too tight, then go around him, okay? Some guys come here and they're not typically used to a lot of the coaching. But some guys have been other places and been coached. So here, we're all hands on deck. It's a challenge for the guys, but in the long run, it'll work out really well for them. Every day that we come out here, we're going to get better because we're going to be more relaxed. We're going to know what to do. We're going to play fast and aggressive, right?
Better.
Put nails in your toes, lean, and throw your hands on the rise. Good, beautiful.
I sometimes feel like we have a third linebacker out there sometimes in practice with Coach Vrabel.
More on the rise, more on the rise. Don't. Okay, good, next guy.
He's pretty intense, man. We love it, though. I mean, he's out there holding bags, doing pass rush drills. I never in my career had a head coach that's defensive minded as much as he is and plays the same position as I do. So it's been phenomenal for myself, Morgan, and the rest of the outside backers. It's just great to have a head coach that sees what we see.
When he talks, you listen because he's done it on a consistent basis for a long time. He's been through it, so he's speaking from experience, and it definitely helps out.
I think the fact that Coach Vrabel specializes in that, is only going to make me a better player. And I'm a coachable guy, so just the fact that he's able to be hands-on, I think that just kind of shows you the caliber coach he is.
I don't want to finish in this position. Remember that position? I showed you the position I want to be in. I want to be here. So as you start to come, bam. Good, but just throw them. Don't cock your hands now. Now you're cocking your hands. Just throw them. The guys want to be coached. They want to be given the skills to go out there and do their job to help the team and then ultimately help them in this league. He has a good feel for how he wants this team ran. Every player has an area of focus that he needs to improve on. And so that's what we're trying to do each day.
I think both of those guys, two of them together, that's a mean punch right there. And to be able to be coached by those two guys who both had backgrounds of playing linebacker, they know both the mental part about it and the physical part about it because they've actually experienced it. So It gives me a good idea of how I need to play and little things that I need to do.
Ready? Stop. Get out.
He's really going to take our game to the next level. Head coaches are normally offensive gurus, and him coming from a defensive-minded philosophy and playing outside backer, it's not only going to help intensify our team, but our position group is going to take it to another level, and I'm excited for it.
52, bounce. Just sit there and bounce. The attaboy, now come get him. If he's got that much time, we'll get new rushers. Well, I think that the most important thing is that the players are building that trust within each other. You know, there's a lot of decisions that go into this game, and every decision we make is going to be with the team's best interest in mind. And so I think that they all know that, and my job is to kind of balance that. What happens is it's going to be quick in. Okay. So you can sit there, bounce, and then trigger and go make a play. Good.
The older veteran guys, the young generation guys that are all coming together, you know, for these OTA sessions, and it's been very, very fun so far, just getting to know one another, but at the same time, playing at a high level.
Rack and Derek Morgan, they're always talking to me about how to improve my game, so I mean, I think we have a really, really strong group of vets on this team.
When you get to this strike zone of an offensive lineman, he's gonna shoot his hand. You know what I'm saying? Because you're in his space. So when you come and you freeze him in and you get closer to him, expect the hands. You see what I'm saying? So like, it's a timing movement. So it's like
My biggest takeaways, I'll probably say just get acclimated to the speed of the game of the NFL. Just learning the plays and being able to be out there, be comfortable. You know, it's very unique, the fact that you get to see guys that have been doing their position for so long, and you kind of want to be in their position at one point in your career. So you just try to really just take it all in, because it's fast. And for me, I think I just need to just continue to just learn from those guys, and I think I'll be fine.
I think the transition for me it's been okay. I think that right now I'm just trying to make sure I can learn the defense as fast as possible, so when I get out on the field I'm not thinking as much and everything is sort of like second nature for me. So I think I'm at that point right now, and then once I have that down packed, then I can start focusing more on like my game versus the top talents in the NFL.
I think the guys in the locker room, I think we meshed pretty well. I was kind of thinking that the NFL locker room would be a lot different. Guys would be more singled out, but it definitely doesn't feel like that now. I think guys really are in for each other's best interest. This is a game that's very brutal. You need to make sure that you stay on top of your things as far as health-wise, and I think everybody just wants to get everybody better.
In order to stay as healthy as possible, NFL players train in a variety of ways. Nothing replaces the weight room, but creative coaches can get the most out of every minute while the players are in there. Tom Canavy is in his first year as strength and conditioning coach for the Titans, but he's been in the NFL for 22 seasons.
That was a bench press day today, which they all love, and we progressively get them stronger on the bench. We kind of want them peaking right now because the practices are going to become more intense and the lifts are going to still build forward, but not at the same rate as they have.
Middle weights is squat pry, guys, squat pry.
We do like to bring them in the morning and start off with a workout as soon as we can. Just get their blood flowing, get them in, get them a good thorough warm-up before they get to the heavier weights. But it's a great way to start the day. We feel that they focus better as the day goes on. They focus better in the meetings and even in practice.
Bow out your chest, arch your back, down fast, tension on the way up.
They built up pretty heavy today, and we always compliment every push with a pull, and I really believe that goes a long way in developing total body power. They really all need to be absolutely as strong as possible from head to toe, whether it's a special teamer, whether it's an offensive lineman, whether it's a quarterback. They have to stand up to high stress and high impact coming from all angles.
Back flat, up fast, tension on the way down.
How we're practicing, whether it's going to be a full contact practice, whether it's going to be a helmets only practice or a walkthrough, that will determine which days, for instance, we train our lower body, which day we train our upper body. We track all of the numbers as they're going through the workouts. So we monitor all of the players. They have prescribed weights. We track the heaviest weights they use for the day, and basically we progressively plan the next workout based on the results of today. As guys are handling those projected weights easily, we don't wait, we ramp them up. If they're a little too heavy for a guy, we'll have them stay with those weights or back it down. Then it almost becomes a progression from one workout to the next.
One more drive.
Time is crucial. We need to get the most out of each and every day. If a guy could go 10 pounds heavier today, we're gonna give it a shot. If he needs to back down today, we're gonna back him down today. And basically when we get through the whole course of the season, we will reestablish the max weight for each player so we have a starting place for the next year.
When Mike Vrabel took over the Titans, he made a significant change to the defensive staff. Vrabel separated the linebackers, hiring Tyrone McKenzie to coach the inside linebackers and Shane Bowen to coach the outside backers. To defensive coordinator Dean Pease, it only made sense.
There is definitely an advantage of having the linebackers separated. There's such a difference between the inside backers and the outside backers and what they do. And when you go to practice, if you're all together, you got to kind of divide half of your time up with working with the inside guys and half with the outside guys. When you have two separate coaches, that coach can work nothing but inside type drills. The outside backer coach can work nothing but outside type drills, and you don't have to split time.
Hey, let's bring some juice out here today. Let's bring some juice out here today. Let's go.
Two totally different positions in my mind. The inside has a totally different skill set, job responsibility than the outside guys. So for the outside guys to sit in a meeting with the inside guys, they're going to be hearing a lot of stuff they may not need to know, and vice versa. You get to maximize your time a little bit more with the guys.
We got a new system teaching these guys what they got to get done, and then be able to take the outside guys and to focus on pass rush and setting edges with them and whipping up on tight ends. And then the inside guys, they got to have DB feet most of the time, but then they got to have strong hands to be able to shot guys and keep their tail back.
I think it's good for the long haul to kind of specify your coaching style. Instead of having one coach do everything, we can kind of split it up because it is two totally different techniques. So I think it's definitely been beneficial to have Coach McKenzie and Coach Bowen to help the outside and inside separately.
Come on, come on. Rock solid. Hey, rock solid, rock solid. Outside foot, come on. Good.
All right, on my foot. Load up, no false steps.
I enjoy coaching more than I enjoyed playing in NFL. I tell these guys, I want to help you be legendary. I want people to remember you for all the good things you did off the field and all the great things you did on the field. And so when the guys start to make the plays and they start to click and you can look in their eyes and they're like, click, 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 it's coming to me, I get excited because I'm like, now you're seeing a big picture. Now you understand the concept. Now you're understanding your responsibility and how it can help you and how it can hurt you if you don't get it. And so I get very excited for those guys.
I think just to have a competitive team, to get better every day, get better every week. I'm really excited about what we got here. It's a unique situation because you're coming into a playoff team, so to speak, but at the same time, just have these guys battle day in and day out and compete, and we'll see where it goes.
This defense, these coaches, I think it's the perfect fit for me, and I think that, I could really excel at the position I'm playing. So, I'm excited.
Open right, fire right, close left, fire right. Yeah, Rattler.
My message to our team in the offseason is the same message that I gave them the first day that I talked to them. I have one motto, and that's finish everything. Finish everything. If you start it, finish it, and do the best of your ability to finish it.
On the next edition of Igniting the Fire, NFL teams are built on the field and off. Team chemistry built through off-season activities. See how the Tennessee Titans have built a strong, close-knit group this offseason. That's next time on Igniting the Fire.